I remember the day Nick's parents walked in, and I didn't know who Nick Conrad was. I know everybody else in here did, but I didn't. He must have been a hooligan when y'all knew him. I didn't know him as a hooligan. His parents walked in and were sitting in there because they had to go see. They had to go go visit him at rehab, right? So they came in and sit in one of our recovery meetings there, and I'd never heard of Nick Conrad, but I met him a few months later, I guess, or weeks later. I tell you what, brother, I love you, man. I do. I've loved you from the day I saw you, and you've always been near and dear to me. And I pick on him way too much, and he's just fun to pick on. It's just I don't know what it is, but he's just a good guy, and I love him, and I love what God's doing in his life and what he's done. And Nick, I hope if you don't learn anything else by sharing your story today, I hope you learn how much influence you have. These people are here because of you, and man, that's a blessing. So come on up, Nick, and share your story.
All right, I'm Nick, and I'm a recovering addict. I grew up with 3 brothers and 1 sister, and I even had a twin brother. We actually had a good childhood. My mom worked nonstop. She worked at the prison during the day, at the bar at night, just to take care of us. My parents separated when we was young. We stayed home with my oldest brother and sister while she worked. Every other weekend we'd go to my dad's. Some of the best memories were at Cold Creek, riding four-wheelers, running through the creek with my cousin. Just being kids, life was simple then. I didn't grow up thinking I'd be a drug addict. Around 13 or 14 years old, my twin brother and me and Chase Ferguson found some roaches in my brother's room. One day my mom was not home. We lit them up. That was the first time I got high. It didn't feel dangerous. It felt exciting. Then me and my twin were in a wreck with my mom in Memphis. We told them we were hurting, and we got prescribed hydros. I remember the first time I took it, I liked the way it made me feel. Everything slowed down. It made everything feel okay. That feeling became something I chased for years. In high school, we'd miss the school bus on purpose just to go get go to the weed dealer's house right before the gym. We'd leave class to buy pills so we'd have them for later. I thought I was slick. I thought I was cool. I even walked across the graduation stage high because I thought it was something I was supposed to be. After high school, it got worse. I worked at Hargets from 10th grade until I was 19. That job funded my addiction. That and lunch money my mom gave me that I spent on weed and pills instead of food. Then I became a father. My son was born at 1 pound, 12 ounces. He was so small, fighting from day one. His mom never did drugs. I just put her through hell. I hid my addiction from her. I thought I had it under control. And then Kennedy was born. On the outside, I looked like I was doing well. I got a job at Curtis Electric. I worked at Lakeland Middle School. I worked hard. Les was like a father figure to me. He gave me raises. He trusted me. He believed in me. And every single day I was snorting 3 or 4 pills just to make it through the day, hoping nobody noticed. Eventually pills wasn't enough. One day the guy I bought pills from didn't have any. He had heroin. I was scared, but I was scared of being dope sick, so I tried it. That decision changed everything. Heroin turned into fentanyl. Fentanyl turned into selling drugs to support my habit. I was going to Memphis at midnight picking 15, 20 grams of fentanyl and ounces of ice. I owed dangerous people thousands of dollars. One night I walked in the basement and had 8 guns pointed at my head because I owed him $8,000. 3,000, not 8,000. I thought that was the end of my life, but I still didn't stop. I overdosed 4 or 5 times. I wrecked on Hopewell Road after overdosing Almost went off the bluff. I was bleeding, had warrants. I was still thinking about drugs. Then I lost my kids. There were drugs in both systems, not Kennedy's. Instead of taking responsibility, I blamed everyone else. I told myself it was upset. Even losing my kids. I ran from warrants over a year. Then my best friend, Chase, died. I remember waking up to call saying he was gone. I cried like a baby. That was the only person I felt like I had left. Instead of letting that be my wake-up call, I got angry at the world, even worse, even more. The day I went to drug court, I snorted fentanyl in the bathroom before I walked in. The DA said, "We got to do something, he's going to be dead." The judge asked if I could pass a drug test. I failed. They asked if I wanted drug court. I said yeah. Then I left and got high again. That's how sickening addiction had me. I even smuggled fentanyl into the rehab, so I couldn't imagine life without it. But when they were going to send me to long-term rehab, I asked, could I just move in with my dad? It was just like rehab. But then they were going to, that was something started to shift. My dad stepped up for me. He believed in me when I didn't. He believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. He asked Scotty and Teresa if they had any word for me, anything to keep me busy on the right path. They gave me a chance. I moved in with my dad. I started helping him with side jobs. I started going to church. Not once in a while, but every day. The doors were open. I realized I couldn't beat this on my own. I asked God to take control because my way wasn't working. Drug court held me accountable. It wasn't easy. There were days I wanted to quit, but something inside of me finally wanted me to live. I learned patience. I learned discipline. I learned how to feel emotions without numbing them. And I earned trust back. I got my kids every other weekend, and then more, and then I got joint custody. The day I knew I had truly changed was when I could go to work without needing to snort something first. I could wake up and not panic about where's my next fix coming from. Like, I was in love with fentanyl. Like, for real. I love fentanyl more than I love my family. It was bad. And today I'm 3.5 years clean. I have joint custody of my kids. I have a roof over my head. I have a good job, a truck I'm proud of, and the best boss I could ask for. But more important than any of that, I have peace. I get to be present. I get to show up. I get to be a father to my kids deserve. I just took them on a cruise for the second time in the year. There was a time I was running from the law, from my family, from myself. Today I stand here accountable. Drug court didn't just keep me out of prison, it saved my life. Thank y'all, Judge and Hill. My family didn't give up on me. My dad didn't give up on me. This program didn't give up on me. And God didn't give up on me. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. I was headed for a grave. Now I have a future, and I will never take that for granted. I'm talking to the ones out there that are still struggling right now. The ones who tried and tried, the ones who tried and tired of the same cycle. Tired of letting people down. Tired of looking in the mirror and not realizing who you become. I know that feeling. I lived it. You might think it's too late for you, that you messed up too many times. That's nobody believing you. That's a lie. There is a way out. I'm not better than you. I just made a decision to fight, and with God and people around me and help me from drug court, I learned how to live sober, one day at a time. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just take one step at a time. Make one call. Ask for help. That could be the moment everything started to change. God has blessed me with the opportunity to lead meetings here at Victory Baptist. This church is full of good people who truly care. Everyone is welcome, no matter where they came from or what they've been through or what they look like. You can have tattoos all over you, all over your face. You can still show up and they wouldn't change who you like, tell you who you like, just talk about you. Being able to go to the prison and jail to help others have been blessing in itself. Like, I used to be scared to be around it, be miles around it, and now I go up in there and just talk, try to help the ones that need it. It reminds me where I came from and how far God has brought me. Between this church and drug court and my faith in God, I've learned how to live sober one day at a time. I'm grateful for every lesson, every person, every chance to give back. And that's all I did right here. But like I tell in the meetings, like drug court, people don't like it, but they teach you how to live on your own and be accountable to everything that you do. Like, when I first got in there, I didn't like it. And then, like, I was, like, scared, really. And, I'm scared of change. Like, change is a big thing. I mean, most people are scared of change. But, like, whenever I got in there and started doing some of the stuff, it took me a year and a half to do MRT. But, like, I wanted to do that because I didn't want to rush through it. I wanted to stay in drug court as long as I wanted to, so I know when I was ready. And, like, I don't know. I'm thankful for drug court because they've saved my life and saving many others. And, like my family, y'all can tell, I got a big support group. Yeah. It's like, I used to hide from them. I used to be by myself. I used to never go around them for years. It's because of drugs. Like, drugs will keep you in a hole that you don't want to never go back in. Like, I was bad. And it sucked whenever my family was at my kid's birthday party and I couldn't go. And then it hurt my feelings real bad when my grandma come down there and told me I had to go. And I put my mom through hell. I put my dad, I put my whole family through hell. But majority, I put my mom in. And now I go and help her do her job. I'm not even on the clock. I do it just to help her because she's gave me so much money while I was in my addiction. If I asked her for $3,000, she'd give it to me. She'd gripe about it, but she'd give it to me. And like, I don't know, it's just, I've came a long way, and it's hard. You do got to take it a day at a time, because if you try to do more, then you're going to eventually relapse. And that's all I got.
You know, I think as you kind of finished there, that you was talking about, you know, your mom and like doing stuff for her now because after all she did for you, and you sort of pay back, you know. And that's really what I was talking about earlier, wasn't it? I mean, after what Jesus did for me, and so it's kind of payback when you recognize that Jesus went to the cross and he died in your place. And if you're the more you try to do right, the more you're going to fail. The more you're just going to feel that shame. So I don't serve Jesus because of what he's going to do for me, so that I'll be blessed, so I'll get more money or I'll get a better job. I serve Jesus because of what he's done for me. Because in the midst of my hopelessness, he gave me hope. In the midst of my shame, he stood by me. Nick also said one more thing, and I'm going to close it out. We're going to have a quick invitation. But Nick said he made a decision. Too oftentimes, when it comes to committing our hearts and our lives to Christ, we want this feeling. We're looking for some feeling, some chill bump, some sign from heaven, some blinding light, you know, waiting on something to happen. It's very simple. Somewhere along the way, you got to make a decision. Period. Nick had to make a decision to give up drugs. He's going to try. He was going to take it one day at a time. And that's the Christian life. The Christian life is making a decision daily to surrender your will over to God and over to Jesus, to be used by him. That is what it means to be Christian. That's all it means. Today, I'm going to do my best to live for him and to do the next right thing for him. Doesn't mean I'll always accomplish that day. At night, I'll get into bed and I'll reflect over that day, and I'll think of all the things I should have done, that I should have done right, and all the things I did wrong. But it's living at one day at a time, because guess what? You're not promised tomorrow anyway, are you? This is all you got. And so we live it one day at a time, surrendering our wills and our care over to God and giving it to Jesus. And so this morning, I do want to give you a moment of invitation. I'm going to ask Brother Philip to come on up. Rachel can come on up, and Blake can come on up. And maybe there's some of you today that you're tired. You're just tired. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're sick of your life. You're sick of your marriage. Maybe you're sick of your drugs. Maybe you're sick of your drinking. Maybe you're sick of the bondage that you're in. Whatever it may be, I'm going to tell you where it starts. It starts making a decision to give your life to Jesus Christ. That's where it always starts. And I don't care where it took Nick to make that decision. It took him, he was lying for a while. He had to come to drug court and he had to check in. And the joker was out there in the parking lot on some app acting like he was in a meeting, trying to fool drug court that he was in a meeting. He wasn't even in a building. I was like, Nick wasn't here tonight. But somehow drug court thought he was because he was on some app. Well, they finally caught up with him, thank goodness. But somewhere along the way, he made a decision that was enough. A lot of folks didn't. A lot of folks still out there. Today, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give you a chance to make a decision for Jesus. Would you stand with me? We're going to play a quick video, and then we're going to close our services today. But right now, if you'd like somebody to pray with you, if you'd like somebody to introduce you to Jesus Christ, to lead you to Him, to pray with you, then I'm going to ask you to step out and to come right now.